Good evening, everybody. It's Shelley Johns here from Gympie. I'm here with Ross.
Good evening.
And we're Herbalife coaches. I've been with the company 28 years, and I started when I was 20 years old, studying architectural drafting, and I couldn't really get off study in the third year, so I started looking around for some income that could supplement that, and came across this ad in the paper, rang up, booked in to this business opportunity meeting, and I went straight over my head. But luckily my boyfriend Peter, who came with me at the time, he got it and saw it, thank goodness, because I probably just would have walked out. And yeah, just hung around these crazy happy people. I was quite homesick from my family at that stage, being in a different state where I had to move to study. And yeah, just sort of hung around for a bit, and then slowly, got into action, and which is obviously the most important thing. So started working for Telstra, just worked Herbalife in my lunch break. I wore my button every day there. They never told me to take it off, so I just kept wearing taking the products, obviously. Built up a great client base there of people that I'm still friends with today. And yeah, built my income to $2,500 a month, and was able to leave that and move up to Queensland and have children and all that sort of stuff. And Ross and I've been working together now since March. So yeah, it's been great. I just love working from home in the centre and doing things around the girls and setting a great example. So that's my background. I thought I'd do a bit of an income thing, just because the way you package your story and you put the drama and the detail in is really important, because you never know who's going to relate to you and your background and your story. So make sure you keep practicing them. So we had the Let's Go August event with Shondell Bell, President's team member, came as our special guest, which is great. So she drove up with Jennifer and Coral. So I think we had 17 people in total, including ourselves. So it was good. Some good members bringing guests, and their members bringing guests. So that was exciting. So yeah, some good support. And Shondell really delivered, very down to earth, and she definitely tailored the training to what I've suggested, which was parents working from home and how to do that. So it was very relatable, great product knowledge on how she uses the products. She definitely knows the products well. Like, she knows how many grams of protein and how many calories and what that would equal with eggs. And it was kind of interesting hearing that, because she wants to get into body sculpting with those beautiful long legs that she has. So I had heels on and I still felt short. Yeah, so it was a really great event. So she delivered well. It was just, I think the shorter local training works quite well. It's attractive for people to come into. So I thought it was a real success. So we went to the RSL afterwards and had something to eat and chatted. And then, yeah, then off they went back to the Gold Coast. Yeah, so I think it was a very successful event. And again, I definitely suggest that if you don't have anything that you can plug people into, that you should create your own. Try and get as many people to it, and just start. If it's just starting with 1 or 2 people, just get started, even if it's a shake party or a masterclass, and you'll be surprised what can build from that by bringing a few people together. So did anyone have any good news or anything they wanted to share before we get into the promotions? There's a lot of promotions to cover at the moment.
Look, can I just share something? Sorry about the camera.
Yes, Rosemary, yes.
Look, I've got a lovely lass. She's sort of well known in the family, wants to have a family, and she's 44. So I've got her started on a shake, the multivite, the Lifeline, some Dong Quai, she had issues with fluid as well. So the cellulose, I think that was all. For you, I guess Shelley would understand, that better than I, because I'd had all my children before Herbalife ever came into my life. So I was 47, like you are now. Have I done the right thing with regards to those products, or should have I suggested anything else? I've not said to her that I promise, that she's going to be successful in that, but I just feel I have helped a few other young girls in the past, and I know Lifeline has always been one of the big ones that made a big difference, and they were younger women, of course. But
yeah, well, I definitely used all the products during my pregnancy. So I was 36 with Mackenzie, and I was 38 with Caitlin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so fairly late, sort of older mum.
Yeah,
but but I pretty much breezed through the pregnancies and I took all the products. I just didn't go nuts with the NRG and
No, I didn't.
beverage. So, you know, if you say use as directed, do the bit of a disclaimer. Obviously, it's
I didn't.
Different, and share some different. There's lots of really good results. I've got
some stories.
Carmen. I've got Carmen's twin results, and I've got Liz Valderas, and I've got the nurse over in WA.
Yeah, I've got a few of those. Thanks, Shan. So, you know,
so just share the results, and and it's just good nutrition. So they've got a body and they've got cells, but it's all common sense as well. They wouldn't be drinking heaps of Coca-Cola or having heaps of coffee.
Oh, no.
So it's just common sense. So I know, Irene, did you want to share anything because you've had family members?
Well, I've had my daughter Yolanda who used the products during pregnancy, as well as my elder daughter. But Yolanda was an older mum, and she was 35 when she had her first child. And I was pleased that she took all of the products, because sometimes balanced nutrition is the Quick Start program, and then adding on, she always loved the arrows. So I can't say only that she used all of the products, and she found after the baby was born, first of all, because of her age, she had been told by some friends she probably wouldn't be able to fall pregnant. And one of the things, because she'd been using the products since she was 18, she had no problem with that. And she found after the birth that she said, Mum, all these young mums are there and they're dragging their bodies down, and I'm just bounding down to see William and I feel fantastic. So I think that whatever they're willing to take will always benefit. That's the best thing. And luckily Yolanda and Francisca used all of the products.
And I love the way it nourishes your skin as well, because that's such a big thing for mums and being pregnant, and you're stretching and just knowing that you're really giving it all the nutrition it needs to support that healthy, firm skin for as much as you can. I mean, you know, obviously the stretching process, it doesn't go exactly back into shape, but it definitely helps.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks.
That's okay. Well, let's move on to the promotions. I'll let you start. We'll see how we go. So the brand new newsletter for August. I love the way all the imaging and everything and the topics. You know, there's recipes, there's testimonials, great articles and things like that. So I think, you know, make sure you're sharing this. And so what I normally do is I screenshot it on my phone. So I go into the, whatever this is, that thing, and then screenshot them so that I can text them, I can personal message them, I can email them off my phone, or I can obviously send, you know, if they're getting email from Herbalife. But if they're not, don't assume everyone's getting emails from Herbalife, because sometimes people stop the email process because it doesn't suit them for whatever reason. So make sure you're getting it out to everyone in whatever format, and you can even print it out if you really wanted to. Obviously use a bit of color ink, but you know, even having them laminated and putting them around where, you know, you go with your clients and things, that's a good one too, where they can just flick through and look at it. So make sure you use this really good resource, because I remember we would always do our own, but of course that's quite time consuming, and it's nice to have someone doing it for us. It's like we've got a personal assistant creating these amazing professional images and articles and everything that we can use, and they're all approved. It's not like thinking, oh, should I say that or shouldn't I? You know, you can use every single one. So make sure you're getting this out. So I've let a lot of people know about it, but I think it could be better utilised, is what I think. Cool. I'll let you cover this one.
Let me cover this one. Okay, so the MAP program, still running, brand new bag, brand new bottle, 500 volume points, personal purchased volume, 3 months in a row.
Which means under your ID number. Yep.
All right. So remembering you have to do your first 500 within your third full month. All right. So that's important.
So give an example.
So we'll give an example like that. So if the member joined in mid of June, and then they decided in July to do 350, August to do 450, but September, which is the first within the first third full month, they did their 500, they would qualify themselves.
Yeah, I think that's a good example, that one up the top, just
really
in case you're thinking, oh, should have they've done it in June, but because it wasn't a full month.
Yep.
So these are things you need to be able to let your new members know about and give them the opportunity, so that because the first month they might just be building a bit of confidence, and 500 might be a bit much. It might not be, but if it is, then just helping them get that momentum so they're ready to go in that second or third full month.
Yep. So obviously, if you have a look at it, for example, 3, the person didn't do their fourth full month was in December before they did their 500. They didn't qualify themselves. They did it a month late. And like example 4, they did a 500 in their December point, so that was in their second full month. But in January they missed, so they actually missed themselves out by the third month.
Yeah.
So you do need to look at that, and remembering this is about helping someone build their process if they want to do it a slower way towards supervisor.
Yeah.
It's getting them into some sort of routine, of consistent process of routine, so they can build themselves. So if they're not someone that wants to do it in their month 1 or month 2 and are doing it over a longer period, this helps them start to build a consistent style of business. And by the third month, they've got a few clients. By then, by the time if they didn't do it to the third full month, they might be month 4 and 5 down the track. They've definitely got a consistent process and they're building themselves in the right direction.
So if you had someone say that they missed the bag promotion, just say, hey, it's no problems, there's no disadvantages, there's plenty of advantages. That's what we're always taught.
Yep.
And you know what, you're doing so fantastic. Look how you're well on your way to supervisor, and you paint the picture of whatever the next benefit or discount is for them that you can see them doing. So you need to do that, especially if you get someone that feels like they've missed out on something. And yes, there's always that fear of loss, but make sure you're getting them over that, disciplining their disappointments. And because if they haven't done a lot of personal development, they're still quite new, you've got to coax them through those, the roller coaster ride that happens sometimes at the start.
Absolutely.
So, and then of course all the supervisors were going, we want the bag and bottle, and I thought that would actually be an excellent idea to have it in the centre or at home where we could show people. So of course they came up with this great promotion which started in July. So they've only given us 3 months, which is okay. So look, if you missed out, it's all right. You can still use this beautiful poster and everything and blow it up and show it that way. But I think, if you're able to go for this, and I'm sure there's plenty of people that have had their sights set on this, you had to do 3,000 volume points in July and August and September. So you've got 2 more months to go for that. So congratulations to the people that have done this. But I think it'd be a great thing to have as to show, just like we have the Herbie business pack when we're talking about, people signing up, and you can show that. This is a great thing too. I think it'll really get that visual. They'll be able to touch it and see it. And I think it'll help increase the amount of people qualifying for this. That's what I think. So if you go back, if you're not sure if you've done 3,000 in July, go back and look and then do whatever you can to qualify for the next 2 months.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We won't be able to use that. That's just a display purpose. So,
Yeah, you can't use the bag that we're going to get. No.
no.
August.
So we have been waiting for this, haven't we? Who's been waiting for the new vacation to come out? So congratulations to all the people that have qualified for the last vacation to Vietnam. But of course, we did know that this was probably coming, and we know tomorrow there's a call. Tomorrow?
Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
The kickoff call is on Wednesday night for everybody.
You're going to find out tomorrow.
Okay.
We will.
All right.
Anyway, we will find out tomorrow where it's going to be, and then there's a kickoff call where everyone gets to find out as well. So I think it's really exciting. I'm hoping it's going to be tropical. I'm just looking, it looks like an island there. And I love tropical holidays. So this month, if you want to talk about the double volume.
So this month, obviously, double volume point. It's double volume points for your holiday, double vacation points. It's not double volume month. It's volume, but it's for your vacation.
For fully qualified.
You've got to be a fully qualified supervisor. So another reason why you need to get yourself to supervisor level.
Which means if you're qualifying for supervisor this month, you'd be qualifying, not
qualified.
Yes, so you have to be fully qualified. So as of the 1st of August.
So you need to be fully qualified supervisor. It's why you need to go for the bag promotion. It's not just for the bag, it's to get you into the consistency, to get your 500, to build your system, to get yourself. Everything is designed to help you get to supervisor as quick as possible.
Yeah.
So this month, if you did 1,000 volume points in August, you're going to end up with a bonus 1,000 for 2. If you do 5,000, you're going to get you the maximum 5,000, going to give you the 10,000 bonus. And if you're just going for it anyway and you do 8, you're going to get a bonus 5 because it's a maximum 5, and you'll end up with 13,000 towards your vacation for your holiday.
Cool. So, and you can even like make a thermometer, like do it on, I'm not very good at doing that stuff, maybe Cara or Lindy or someone that loves doing that, like a thermometer for the vacation, and we can actually, you know, market it as we go along. That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? So we could do that. So I'm really hoping it's somewhere tropical. I'm a bit excited.
You want to go to a warm place?
Yes.
Yes, somewhere warm.
Somewhere like the Maldives would be nice.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be so cool.
So yes, absolutely go for it for this month. Just go for it. Doesn't matter what your volume ends up at. Just go for everything you possibly can. All right. You don't want to be kicking yourself next month and say, I should have, and I miss a holiday at the other end by whatever that volume could have been. All right. So you absolutely go for it. The big one. Decision got made this week, because obviously this has been pushed around, for Jason, that's going to the STS this Saturday in Sydney. And we sat and thought about it. Jennifer sort of gave the hint, and then we come back home and seriously thought about it. And yes, we're going. We're going to jump on a plane Friday afternoon so we can go to Sydney's STS. And really what made the decision is what we need to think about is we sat there and said, what happens if? What happens if we don't go? What happens if is something that what they're talking about kicks us forward and we're sitting there in the background going, we should have, and everybody else is in front of the game. So we are at the moment really trying to put on that headspace of being a president and just literally going for everything that's out there and possible. So I suggest everybody does that where you can. I understand it's not always possible to do that, and there's circumstances around that. But where you can, where an opportunity comes up, and I suppose it comes very much down to the richest man in Babylon, Lady Luck, doesn't exist. You create your own luck, and you only miss the opportunities that you don't take.
I'm just trying to read the story where it was. I'm just looking for it because I thought it was a pretty cool story that
you need to go to Marcel's page. It's easier and faster to read it that way.
So I thought it was pretty good because Marcel Wesley.
Yep.
Okay, so he just wrote something about it. If I can find it, where would it be? Marcel likes to post. Lots of posts.
Yeah, he calls himself the baby daddy or whatever it is. So the young, yeah.
Okay, I can't see it in here. Anyway, so what he did say, he met Jason at the Honours in Singapore, and Jason was just doing his last cut, I think, of Pres Team, 4 years in the business, and he said he looked like a bodybuilder, and he said, how many fit clubs do you run? He said, none. And he said, it's all nutrition club based. And he said, oh, well, how many Latinos have you got? Obviously thinking it must be that base. He said, none. He said, it's all in like Kansas or somewhere in like kind of country America. And he called it like, rednecks where they drink beer and watch football. And that's what Marcel said. He said, oh, well, not anymore. So obviously he's made a bit of an impact. And I guess you could relate it a bit to Australia, especially our region, a lot of country areas. If there's something maybe that we could learn that they were doing that we could share. And even if we don't want to implement it ourselves, there might be someone in our team that we could share it with. And George Knight always said, the nutrition club model for Australia probably hasn't been refined yet. They've been waiting for the one that would work here with our demographic. So maybe this might be something that kind of gets a lot of people kick-started with doing that sort of concept. So I'm sure it'll be very inspirational anyway. So that's why, you actually decided to go. I was thinking we weren't going because I was thinking, we've got this on and this on and this on, and so I'd kind of ruled it out.
You can read it if you want.
I think I already got it. So yeah, Oklahoma and Kansas, which is about as country America as you're going to get. I'm sure they've got big cities in those things as well. So I actually remembered it. That's pretty good for me.
Yeah.
So here's the schedule. So I would be saying, who do you know in Sydney? So there's two things. Who do you know in Sydney that could attend this that's already a member? And there's the agenda there for you, Lindy. And the other part two to that is if you're not going and there's a Herbalife Opportunity meeting and we're all going to be there, who do you know that you could invite to the Herbalife Opportunity meeting? So they're the two things. So take advantage of every opportunity. So I've definitely put it out there, and I'll keep asking our team and anyone that I know that, hey, start inviting people. We'll look after them. And I'm sure they'll really enjoy there'll be heaps and heaps of stories. There's people flying in from interstate. So is there anything else we should talk about?
No, it supposes to change again in your shift in your attitude, as about that point of don't miss that opportunity if you can take it.
Yep.
Put yourself out there and absolutely go for everything that is possible to be going for, and get every piece of information that's available. I suppose it's just a shift in your own headspace, a shift in ours, to at least go and find the information out and then go forward from there.
Cool. So you can get your tickets here in the bottom corner there.
Yep.
nswsts.com.
Yep.
So the tickets are on there. They're pretty good value, I thought, for a couple tickets. And you know what? There's no disadvantages if you can't go. It's okay, because we'll definitely be sharing.
Can I just say one thing though? In buying the tickets online, if you have Apple like I do, there seems to be a bit of a glitch with Apple. So if anyone has trouble and they've got doing it with an Apple desktop or iPhone, then to contact Lucy Sutton, because Lucy's the queen of the IT stuff, and now that she's back from New Orleans, she can fix any glitch.
Okay, great. And yes, that's the great point. There's lots of people just coming back from New Orleans extravaganza that I'm sure there'll be all those announcements.
Don't have Apple.
No,
and Apple.
Get something else.
I think, don't know, Irene, but you can also buy the tickets at the door. Okay, let's move on.
Moving on.
Yeah.
So obviously this is a big month. So then you obviously Brisbane Success Training Seminar, Millionaire Team Caroline Wallow, Saturday, August the 24th. This is going to be a busy month.
Yeah, so who do you know that's a mum, that would be interested in learning from Caroline? So there will be a HOM, so Herbalife Opportunity Meeting. Generally it's around 11:30, 12-ish, around there.
Generally.
But have the
agenda will come out.
Yes, that will come out. So again, it's just another, who do you know in Brisbane? So I've been basically anyone that I know in Brisbane that I've been trying to keep that relationship with, even though they haven't been ready to come, I've still been inviting them. And because, you just never know, eventually someone might be ready. And plus we'll try and take as many people with us as well.
So we also have a sports tour, wellness tour.
So that's in September.
That's in September. So in Sydney, Thursday the 5th of September, Melbourne, Friday the 6th, Brisbane, Saturday the 7th, Adelaide, Sunday the 8th, and Perth on Monday the 9th. So again, who do you know in any one of those cities that you could invite to get to one of those events?
I think the agenda, like the times, should come out this week. I'm assuming that must be coming. Because of course we all want to know that so we can plan these things. So I've been working on my brother because he lives in Melbourne. He loves football, so of course I've been using the fact that Anthony Kitafidis is the MC, and also my nephew as well is quite sporting and going to the gym. So I'm definitely going to invite some of my family members that are right into footy, because I know if they go along, they might just hear something that's going to help them. So again, who do you know in Sydney and all those other places as well? And if you're a bit worried about taking a guest there and you're not going to be there, just find someone that you know is going, like your upline will generally know of someone that can look after them for you. Okay, I think that's a really good one. Don't just send people along if you're not sure what's going to happen, or you know that they're very clear that they should get back to you afterwards. Okay.
Yeah, I booked mine already.
Yeah, don't leave those hands. And yeah, so you can go online and get your tickets now. Just
yep,
so
they are available.
Yeah.
So, and because we're doing a wellness tour.
Yeah, so it's obviously the Brisbane one falls right on our Let's Go standard date.
But there's always a solution.
So we don't want to compete with Dr. Dana. So
we'll be doing the Let's Go for Gympie on Sunday, the next day, 12 to 2, sports nutrition training. Yeah. We still want everybody to go to the event. They can go to the event, but we can come back the next day, and any people that are living in the area or new people that can come along, they will be able to sample the sports nutrition. We'll do a quick sports nutrition training on that Sunday, 12 to 2. So get everybody in the Let's Go ready for September to move forward.
Yeah. So basically, we might do some sampling, and Gympie is a really big sporting community. So if you're thinking about where yours is going to be, where you are, that, hey, could I do something similar to this and get a bunch of people? Like I'm always on the lookout at the moment. I've been doing this horsey equestrian theme. So I've been sending friends requests to people because Gympie and the Mary Valley and all
Are you
that.
trying to tell me we're buying a paddock and a horse and I don't
No,
know
we're
about
not
it?
buying
Oh,
a
okay,
horse,
just checking.
but there's lots of horsey people in the area, people that love their horses and they're doing endurance riding. And like endurance riding is quite grueling. You know, they're doing massive amount of Ks. So the rider's got to be, you know, obviously muscles and recovery and hydration. So I've just been sending a lot of friends requests, friends of friends, and collecting horsey people. So they don't all accept my friends requests, and I don't spam like, you know, friends requests. I do maybe 2 or 3 a day. You know, Facebook's okay with that, but don't go overboard. And so I'm trying to tap into other centers of influence so that then if we do an equestrian nutrition thing, which we could actually do out in the Mary Valley, I'm sure we could hire somewhere. I thought that would be really good, or even going to one of the events and seeing if we could do a sample session or something. So I've been thinking about that. That's the future, but I'm always thinking and planning and thinking about a theme that I could go with.
So World Team Retreat can still qualify.
So that's the 13th to the 15th of September.
So qualification finishes this month, August. So August can be a fairly good month for you if you wanted to be double volume points. You can go for your holiday. You could actually still qualify for this event. Do your 10,000 volume or 500 royalty overrides in this month.
Yep.
Could potentially get you there.
Because sometimes I find, I don't know if other people find this, but in July and August, a lot of people have done their tax and they're getting a tax refund. And sometimes I'll buy up big on the products. I don't know if anyone else gets this, but I do. And they'll want to buy, stock up a little bit as well. So you might just find that people are in that position, and you could even say, hey, I'm trying to qualify for this thing, and how about, would you like to add in this or that sports range or something, and see if you can upgrade them. And just, if you did that with everyone, you imagine what could happen. You could get your 10,000 volume points done. So I know, we've done that before, and many people have done way more than that. I know Jan's is a massive amount of volume you've done in 1 month. So it's kind of a mindset, and sometimes when it's like the 4-minute mile. You put this cap on what you think you can do, but it's actually, you just got to expand that it's possible. So if you're trying to do 10,000 volume points in 1 month, which I know there's a couple of people on the call that are trying to do that just go for it. You've got nothing to lose by going for it. And even though you have all life challenges and stuff happening, but you know what, you're going to get people the same thing, and your business will grow anyway. And I would just probably put the amount just slightly above what you want to go, like make it a bit more, so that if you hit that, you're definitely, or you get a little bit short of that, you actually reached your goal. So do you think that's a good idea, Jan and Irene?
Absolutely. Ron always says that, doesn't he?
Yeah. So did you mute yourself, Jan, or did you?
You just muted yourself, Jan. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. You've just got to pull out all stops.
Yep. So, go back to absolutely everyone. So it's going to be a great event, and the tickets are still available right up until
the night before.
So that's
cool.
From
what I remember looking at, they're available right up until almost the night before or thereabouts, when I quickly looked at it.
And they've got this cool Tab Team Masterclass on the Friday, because I know we've actually changed our flights, our time, so we could fly in on Thursday night.
Flying Thursday now, yes. Yes.
So, yep. Got all that organised.
Interesting exercise, trying to get shuttles from Sydney Airport across to Manly, because everything goes to the city and nothing wants to go across the other side of the harbour. But that was okay, we figured it out.
Yeah, there's always a solution.
There's always a solution.
And the great thing about going to the travel agent is the different one. We went, like one in the cubicle next to the one that we went to the first time, is she said, oh, my mum used to take Herbalife years and years ago, so she's asked for a product brochure, which we took back in, and that, so that was really cool. So
building relationships.
Yep, you just don't know if you go along to some of the. They said, look, it's great booking online, but if you go, I guess, to a travel agent, you've got the person factor as well, which is cool. Did you have anything to add to this World Team Retreat, Irene or Jan?
Not really. I think that it's going to be a really good training, because the Addies are very vibrant and they're also very knowledgeable. And I think that each person, regardless of what they want to do or how they want to do Herbalife, will get something out of it. I think it is a really important training to attend. That's just my opinion.
Yes, and I think even if you're not interested in doing the Fit Club model, you can still learn from people that have built their business successfully. Yep.
Absolutely.
Cool. And Dr. Dana Ryan's going to be there. She's actually running the Healthy Active Lifestyle event in the morning, like the Fit
Yep.
Clubby thing, which I don't plan on going to.
What? You're not?
No, I'm not. I'm going to spend the
Oh.
morning with the girls
You're not
before they
going
head
to-
off.
Oh, come on. That's a once in a
I
lifetime.
know. I have done, Benny. I did one with Star Bell.
No, I'm with Ross on this one. I'm sorry.
Excuse me, are you going for it? You're not even going to it. Anyway, I'm going to spend the time with the girls because I won't see them for the whole day. So I'm going to try and, get a bit of that family work balance going on.
So, Lindy, you go for this event and qualify.
Yep.
You also get a photo
Oh, yeah.
because you do
Nasty.
your 7.5 in this month. August would qualify for your double volume for Army Vacay, would get you the world team, and it would get you the photo.
See, but I've been thinking if I had 10 members this month that got 1,000 volume points each, I'll be right.
Yeah.
Right, there you go.
So that's what
All
I'm
you
going
do.
for.
Yep. So it's either way, however you want to do it is fine. And yeah, if you want to see yourself doing this photo opportunity, do the screenshot and then in befunky.com, just put your photo next to them. So it's like you're already standing next to them and you're seeing yourself standing there with them qualified for the photo opportunity, which is 7,500 volume points this month. So just go. So whatever it is that you feel inspires you, that's what you should be going for.
So this is all building.
Spectacular.
Oh, your computer doesn't do the chart. Oh.
Oh, it didn't do the curtain.
No.
Oh, you're okay.
Yeah, it's all right. That's okay. So all this is designed to help you build towards spectacular. So everything you're doing now, it's setting you up to be there for spectacular, which sets you up then for the next year with your people and having a greater vision of what's possible out there.
So Jen, so just say we've got some brand new people listening to this recording. Why would they want to go to the spectacular?
Well, certainly to really understand what the business is all about, but to hear the stories. Every spectacular seems to get better and better. And obviously there's new people there. And obviously if you take new people yourself, it becomes very, very exciting. But I think to hear the news stories, see all the people who've moved up the marketing plan, it helps sort of concrete in a person's mind how this business and company is growing so spectacularly. So the spectacular is certainly a training ground for your future.
Yeah.
And to be involved in the company and seeing where it's at and all the people around, even quite often the corporate staff get up on stage. So to get to know them as well, I think it's very important to know where your company comes from, but where it's going in the future, because Herbalife's got an incredible future down the track.
Absolutely.
Cool, thank you, Jan. Yeah, it's such a great atmosphere, and there's heaps of celebrations and recognition. Yeah, there's parties, there's lots of things all around the venue where you can take photos and really get into the whole spirit of it. And there's merchandise. There's so much stuff that you can get involved with. And I love all the recognition and the different speakers. And we've always got a guest speaker as well, so I can't wait to find out who that is.
Yep.
So yes, you've got a bit of time to plan for this. It's going to be in Adelaide at the Entertainment Centre. So that's just a little bit out of the main city, the CBD. So there's lots and lots of accommodation and quite good prices. I know where Lindy and I stayed last year was pretty good, and all we did is just got on a tram and just caught the tram, 5-minute tram ride to the convention centre, or you could share a taxi or whatever you wanted to do. So it's quite easy to get to and from. So think about those things now. Think about going on profit. You can have a look at flights and stuff and start getting an idea. Obviously the early bird ticket will become available. All those things will start happening, and different qualifications of VIP seating and the qualifiers evenings and things like that. So I would just start planning now, and then work backwards from that. How many months do I have? How much approximately would it cost for airfare, accommodation and the ticket, bit of spending and merch and food, and then break that down to how many clients do I need to get on programs to have enough profit to go on profit. So what a great goal to be able to do, and then to teach that to other people. So we can definitely help you do that if you need to plan it out.
Yep. Just need to make that decision.
Yep. Oh, look, that worked.
That one worked. So 40th anniversary celebrations at the Honours.
So this is going to take a bit of work. We've had a look at all the qualifications. So there's 4 ways to qualify. So it's open to all President's Team members. So this is in Los Angeles, where Herbalife all started from. And it's basically the Honours is the Mark Hughes Bonus Awards and celebrating our 40th year. So it's going to be really special. And it's the 24th to the 27th of March. So if you're really thinking about qualifying for this, there's a few ways. 1, become a President's Team member, work your butt off. All Millionaire Team 75 members, so become that. So that's probably a bit easier than getting a Press Team.
Yep.
Any qualified supervisor who achieves 6,000 royalty override points in any 1 calendar month, so you can be in your first month of qualification. So, but make sure you look at all the fine details. Or there's a special honours qualification for any Get Team or Millionaire Team member with the Active World Team Stars experience, where you actually help 5 or more stars in your first line qualify for Active World Team. So, but there's a few guidelines in that, so it is possible. And again, if you're really inspired by this to go, then just absolutely go for it, because your business will grow anyway. But if you really need a plan, again, you want to work backwards from whatever you've chosen to do. So is it typical to be able to get there in this time frame? No, but is it possible? Absolutely.
Well, the bottom one is actually possible. It's realistically a matter of qualifying yourself to Active World Team, helping 5 first-line members become Active World Team, which will make you a Get Team.
So you need to be recruiting, and you need to be helping people get to
and you qualify.
And we've talked about this a lot. Really, your job is to help people get to the best discount and the best position in the company, and that is supervisor. And if you just concentrate on that, you will build a solid, successful business, because you're doing what's best for everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So it is possible.
Yeah.
What's next?
I don't know.
What's next? Believe. So believe is really important at the moment, and the reason I probably brought that up is because I spoke to a couple of people end of last week about going to Spectacular, and the first reaction was, I don't know. And it's just everything is possible. Your dreams, your ideas, your vision. Never let anyone tell you can't. You have to believe it's possible. Absolutely have to believe this is possible, and we can achieve what we want to achieve.
Yeah, well, I went through and just kind of stalked people's Facebook pages and went back to the Spectaculars and printed out a whole different bunch of photos, Googled and that, and then ones that were quite colourful and came up very clear, and laminated them. So we've got like this, dream wall or board at the centre with the Spectacular date, save the date thing in the centre. And so you start doing that, have that at your house so people can see it, and start putting it on your phone, the screen wallpaper, on your computer, put it up around the place so people will start seeing it on your diary, stick it on there, so that it's basically in your languaging the whole time, and people will, they will follow you. If you believe it and you go for it, people will follow. That's what will happen. And yes, we want to create leaders. We don't just want followers, but it's got to start somewhere, and people sometimes need to follow before they lead.
Because if you want to compete with someone, compete with yourself, be the best you possibly can every single day.
Yep.
It's important that that's how you start to think. If you don't believe, go and watch the Mark Hughes YouTube stuff and look at the vision that he had, and you will start to believe. If you believe in this product enough, you will really start to believe.
I love watching the old videos of him when he's going, we're going to get to 2 billion, or we're going to get something, and like we're obviously way past that, but him pitching then bigger and totally believing that was going to happen. And he said, it's okay if you're happy where you are and you're earning what you want to earn. He said, that's perfectly fine, but I'm talking to people that really want to take this around the world, and it's great. And it's so easy for us to compare ourselves to other people, especially with social media, and that you've just got to be inspired by other people, but put your blinkers on and run your own race and do the best you can each day, and only compare yourself to you. And look, at the end of each day, if you can say, would I want my clients taking the products the way I do?
Yep.
Would I like my team members to be doing the activity and work ethic and attitude that I have? And if it's a yes, it's great. And if it's not, it's okay, because guess what? You can work on it. We're all a work in progress.
We are. We all have life issues. We all get up the next day and can start again.
Yep.
So today's the stuff up. That's okay. Go to bed tonight. Get up tomorrow and start again. Just start again and go again.
I'm a bit excited that we're finishing on time, so Jan.
Oh, we're going to finish on time. And again from Mr. Mark Hughes. Your success is only limited by your own imagination and your own hard work.
Yeah. So you know what? Yes, the company has everything all worked out for us and it's all laid out, but you can put your own ideas and personality into it and come up with different themes and things using the Herbalife infrastructure and products, and you can still be yourself. You can be authentic. You can be creative. It can be fun, but you know, I wouldn't say it's hard work. It's probably mentally hard most of the time, getting over those limitations that we set for ourselves, those self-imposed limitations. But just get out and work and be consistent. Why not do that? Turn the TV off, get up an hour earlier, go to bed an hour later, whatever you've got to do, and just keep working on yourself as well. It's very easy to get busy doing stuff that's not productive. So just be really aware of, is what I'm doing helping me grow and my team grow, and is what I'm doing going to get, you know, bring in new distributors and new customers every week and every day and every month. That's really it. They're the gauges you've got to check.
That's it. Thanks. Thank you.
Cool. Okay, so that was the promotions. Is everyone excited about that?
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
I thought we should go through a few of these things because there were so many that came out all at once, and getting you really clear on how to promote each one to your team members. You need to be able to do this because there's a lot of them. And of course, we've got the Active Supervisor program too, so we want to go through that in a bit of detail on another call, so you're very clear on how that works, because sometimes it gets missed. So we want you to know that that is there as well. And if you're doing your 2,500 bone points a month, you can teach other people to do that.
Absolutely.
And the other one is, the things coming up next year, plus with the vacation things and stuff is spectacular. So all those things will start rolling out in the Dr. Dana Ryan schedules with the times of the day it's going to be. So stay tuned for all of that and just keep updating your flyers and make sure you've got a copy of everything on your wall or print it out so that you can continue to look at it. We've got a lot of stuff up here, which is our month, and over here I've got things written on my board. That's where I can scribble it and get out of my head onto paper, because otherwise it gets a bit full. And I find I can sort of change it and adapt it as I go along. So make sure you continue writing out lists and doing all that sort of stuff. Get everything down on paper before you begin, and keep listening to Mark Hughes and Jim Rohn.
You just got to plan out. Like at the moment, we're planned out 6 months. Well, we're obviously inside that 6 months, but we're planned to the end of December. Of what we can and what we can't achieve, where the obstacles may come up, and how do we get around school holidays for children and those sort of things. You have to start to plan that so that you know that you may have to back down for a short period of time because you have children or whatever you need to deal with. So that's fine. And then you know you can go, as soon as that's okay, then you go hard again. So you need to plan that rather than get into the middle of it, go, oh, I should have already. Too late. You're in the middle of plan it now. Know that I know in September we've got September school holidays. We want to spend that around the girls as best we can, even though September to us is a very heavy month. You've got to Dr. Dana Ryan. You have the World Team Weekend the weekend after. The STS is the weekend after. You know, it is a busy period of time. It really is. But you have to, and then the school holidays. So you have to put all that into planning and know those sort of things are sitting where they sit, so that you can at least work out what you can do. Work out, okay, I've got time here to go as hard as I can. And if I have to back down, okay, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. We all have life.
Yep.
But without knowing it, there's no point getting in the middle of the school holidays and go, I should have already done. It's too late.
So plan that. Jan has to go.
Sorry, Jan, I'm holding you up.
So we finished on time. Thank you everyone for your attention for this. You can stop share and see our lovely mastermind group. So thank you for being on the call. I hope you got lots out of it. Obviously it's being recorded, so we'll convert it and get it out so you can get that recording out to everybody. Because I think it's actually worthwhile. We've got a lot of people that listen to the recording and they find it really helpful because they just can't get on live for whatever reason. So I think it's a really big asset. So stay tuned for next week's call. We've got something special I think we're going to be covering.
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay, we are. All right, we are. Okay.
Surprise. So have a lovely week, everyone.
Thank you for being on the call.
And Shelley, also when you guys go on Saturday, just try and get there about say 25 minutes beforehand, because whilst they've now set up the room, so there are lots of tables. If you don't get in there, you'll end up sort of being shoved at the back of the room. So it's not like Queensland where you've got the tables.
We're on a table.
We're all on tables. Yeah, everyone's in tables in there. So, okay, all right. Yeah, good. Okay.
Do you have to qualify for a table, Lindy?
Yes, Ross.
Okay.
But I didn't.
Okay. That's okay. Just keep working,
Yes,
Lindy.
you're doing great.
Just keep going.
I'm not. I'm just keep going and going. I've done so many flyers that they
Good.
should be made of paper mache at the moment.
That's all right. Just keep doing it. You know what I mean?
So yes, everyone have a fantastic week. Thank you for being on the call. We'll announce next week's topic. Lindy, we'll see you on Saturday.
Yeah, look forward to it.
Well,
Thank you, guys.
yeah, have a great night, everyone. So you know how to finish
Bye.
it.
Bye.
Catch you there. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Catch you later, Steve. Bye.
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 Bye.